Everything else is just... Fireball, 5% more crit. This is what I'm saying why we don't gear for crit. It's because crit comes from our talents and our glyphs. Okay, so we've got 5% crit from our glyph of Fireball, 5% crit from our glyph of Pyroblast, and we've also done Molten Armor for an extra 2% spell crit. When you go into your dungeon, most importantly, we're going to be putting on Molten Armor. Feel free to click that. Make sure that's on all the time. And we're going to buff our party with Arcane Brilliance. That's our role as a mage. Those are the only buffs we need to do. Our healer might need some drinks. We've got our Conjure Refreshment, or have some ready to go. Just trade him some. And many 5-mans, you're going to run into 1 extra mana user, 2 maximum, unless it's a guild group that's joined. So just trade them at the beginning. What spells are we going to be using as a fire mage? What can I get rid of off my bars? Well, very easy. We've got Living Bomb. We're going to be casting that all the time, so we're going to put that on 1. Fireball. Get our fireballs casting because we're fire mage, baby. We're going to burn some stuff. Scorch, Flame Strike, Flame Orb. Flame Orb is a nice DPS cooldown. Although it seems like it doesn't do a great deal of damage, it's instant cast and you can forget about it. Nothing to worry about. Let it go. Mirror Images, although very weak, there's a damage cooldown. It is a damage cooldown nonetheless. So on boss fights, we're going to be using our Mirror Image. Let's not forget, Mirror Image also takes aggro away from you because mobs are confused, apparently, by mirror images of you that cast Frostbolts or whatever different spells that you were casting. So if you pull aggro on a boss or a load of trash or your tank is absolute garbage, we've got no misdirect these days, guys, on our mage. And if we go in there and we hit a particularly sweet Pyroblast Combust AoE, we are going to get some serious aggro. So remember, your mirror images are there to save you. Evocation, remove curse. Very important as a mage. Don't forget your tools. If people are cursed, decurse them if you notice it, okay? Don't be paying attention like an idiot and standing there not casting until somebody's cursed. If you notice the curse, especially if you curse yourself, Curse of Tongues is very popular in dungeons. It slows down your casting. Decurse yourself. That's why it's there. Blast Wave. Ring of Frost if things go absolutely pear-shaped. Blink, most importantly, because what did we say in our rogue guide? Being there first is the key to doing the most damage. If we can get there a few seconds earlier and start hard casting our Pyroblast, then we're winning. We've got a hot streak up. We've already got our Pyroblast dots on. Everybody's happy. Goblin Jump because we're a goblin. Ice Block for when things get particularly troublesome. And also invisibility. Remember, if things are looking like it's going to be a wipe, I'm not saying run off like a girl. Everybody hates those guys who one person dies and everybody leaves and starts running towards the bloody entrance to the dungeon. Don't do that, for the love of God. Sheep, should it be necessary. Combustion, as we've already spoke about. Our Mana Gems. Our Dragon's Breath. Everything else is optional stuff that you might not really use in the early days. I do want to talk a little bit about Spellsteal, but hopefully we'll get a dungeon where we can really abuse Spellsteal. In fact, I might queue specifically for Halls of Origination so we can show you some great fun with Spellsteal. Cone of Cold. If things are chasing you, you've used your mirror images, they've died, tank is either dead or just absolute garbage. He's still trying to find his taunt button in his spellbook. Frost Nova and Cone of Cold are going to slow those mobs, allow you to kite them around a bit. Ring of Frost will also come in happily there. Ring of Frost and maybe get a couple of 1 second stuns off. Anything you can do. And finally, our counter spell. We're still able to interrupt, guys. So if you can, do it. Dead easy, okay? Alright, that's all. Let's queue in. We've got no macros for this guy whatsoever. Not needed. I'll queue in and we'll rejoin when we're back in the dungeon. Let's go. Yeah, so I went ahead and queued for Halls of Origination because I wanted to show you some good stuff that you can do with Spellsteal. Spellsteal is a very, very fun spell, and you should always be watching for it. It's not just a dispel, but it gives us a lot of stuff. A lot of fun to be had. So, we've got a priest here. Let's go ahead and give him some water. Why not? If he doesn't want it, he doesn't want it. Our druid's taking his time. He's obviously doing some sort of intro running quest, not to worry. If any of you are wondering about the UI that I use, I will be doing a separate video for the UI. So absolutely no issue from that. And if you're not political, and yes, I am from England, you can see that there's going to be a lot of Greeks who have had a lot of rioting over there, mocking the UK riots that are currently going on at the moment. And there's our buff. We were hanging on for our friend. Okay, so Living Bomb, everything. Good times. Let's get some AoE going. Now we're going to be watching this mob, guys. We're going to be watching him. Let's get our Scorch up, which is going to give us our critical mass debuff. And there's the buff. You see the buff here? Spellsteal it. Get it. And here we go. Let's have some good fun. Now, that debuff is AoEing us all. He's AoEing all these mobs. And we're going to start doing some serious damage. Let's give us a nice 1.5 second cast. See if we can living bomb everything else. Get our pyroclasm buff up. There's the buff again. Spellsteal it. Yeah. So we're now very, very low geared character. We're rocking a nice. You can see there come the pyros. And we've got our impacts proc. Let's use it. Spread our debuffs to all these other mobs. Keep our damage going. As you can see, our mana is already being destroyed. This is what I was talking about when we first started. His mana is a great issue. So we're going to have to go ahead and evocate just there. Keep our living bomb on all targets. And just do our damage as normal. Nice pyroblast. See if we can impact that procket. Yeah, see the way we've impacted it over to the other mob? Our living bomb's just blown up. Let's living bomb it again. The other mob's about to die, so I'm not going to worry about that one. There you go. 40% of the damage from our green geared. Can't get through the door mage. Happy days. Waiting for the druid to come in. We'll have a quick drink. Don't you hate it when you have a hot streak proc after the mob dies? Absolutely drives me crazy. We're trying to burn things, and then you start to sit there with this free pyroblast looking over you, just thinking, oh my god. But never mind. You guys still at Seafarer's Tomb. Unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of AoE in this pack. There's going to be nothing to Spellsteal that's going to give us great fun. So let's have a little look at how we're going to AoE and watch the mana bar. Really watch how we do it. Okay, he's pulled. Let's get our living bombs going. In fact, we're going to switch our living bomb up and give that a sheep over there. It's not going to happen. Let's get our flame orb on the go. We've got a curse to curse ourselves. We don't like interrupts, do we, guys? We do not like interrupts. Let's get some living bombs going. Again with the flame orb. And with impact, pyroblast. Let's keep this spreading. You want to be fire-blasting every time you can. Living bombs off. Get living bomb up again. But look at our mana already. Absolutely screwed. We're going to do some scorching. Living bomb off. Living bomb everything again. Haven't got enough mana to counter spell. Never mind. Headshot! Yeah. 10k DPS. Nothing wrong with that for an opening pack. We would have had a lot more if we didn't have such AoE problems, mana problems. But that's going to happen. Nothing much we can do about that at the moment. Druid has joined. Let's give him a buff. Get our living bomb up. Oh, there's the buff. Oh yeah. Now we're going for it. Oh, cursed. Did we curse ourselves? Oh yeah, look at this. What a lovely buff. Let's keep our living bomb up to keep our pyroclasm buff. We want our 10% spell haste, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh, there it is. Oh, we can't spell steal. Mana gem. Yeah. Oh, we just love the buff. Look at the damage. 20k from our little mage. Happy. Oh, we're out of mana again. Don't worry that if you're worried about seeing all these mana issues, not a problem. This is what it's like in the early days, guys. Got to suck it up and see. It's going to get much better. Don't you worry about that with more crit. So hope our guy doesn't pull straight away because we're getting mana, but he's going to, isn't he? Never mind. Let's get our mirror images going. Let's do what we can. Let's get our critical mass debuff up. Now we're watching here for floor damage. We have got Evocate, so we're not in a huge issue. We were looking for a nice... See if this crits. Oh, it did. Look at that. Let's get the combustion up. See, we had all those dots up at the same time. We had the Ignite, Living Bomb, the Pyroblast. Let's get our combustion going. It is going to be wasted slightly, but there's not much we can do about that. Now I'm going to take it upon myself, give them a Frost Nova, see if I can pull off this buff. Oh no! There we go. My tank is hanging around with us. Well, I'm going to use this time. I've done my job. I've activated that lever. I'm going to run back up. I'm going to use my time to actually get my mana back up here, considering he pulled for us nice and early. And also be ready to do the interrupt on this mob when we come back up. Because remember, as soon as that lever is done, we need to be doing the interrupt. As soon as that happens, the less damage it is to everybody. So let's evocate all our mana back. Nice. Happy to go. Nobody appears to be clicking it. Yeah, Moonkin's going for it. Clicky, 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 clicky. Come on. There we go. It's off. Get our critical mass debuff back up. Let's get our mirror images and the bloodlust. Remember, you're in control of the bloodlust, so use it. We're already low on health. Oh, that was close, wasn't it, guys? That was a very speedy blink needed just then. Oh, come to daddy with the hot streaks. Okay, he's changing again. Let's drop down. We can do a little bit more now. We've got some more mana to play with. Let's leave it till the tank aggroes them all. Do the click. And then we're going to run with him and do a lot more damage. And that's the key. That's where it's really going to start burning up the fire. This first one. Oh yeah, here we go. Get some living bombs going. Spread that to everything. Give it a flame strike. Aggro them, my friend. Oh, he's doing it, so we're gonna cheese some AoE. Why not? Everyone else did on the last one while we had to get mana. Remember, use your blink actively. Nice bit of damage. Nobody's interrupting. Pity. It's okay, I'm here. There's the counter spell. We've got another flame orb ready. Let's get the flame orb going. You might be thinking, why do we bloodlust on the very first boss? So we can use it again on the last one. Well, we're a good target about that again. Another pyroblast, and we're below 35%. It's going to be hitting nice and hard. Oh my gosh. Bit of a goblin jump out of the way. Not enough time for another fireball, so let's use a scorch. Just squeeze that damage. Give us a nice second place. See if we can clear that so we can get a nice drink off. Blink ahead. Give us a little bit of extra time. Get a drink off. So you might be thinking those DPS numbers are low, 6.5k. Look at what we had to do. We started with very low mana. Tank didn't check our mana before we started. We didn't ask for a break, but we're not going to ask for a break. We can organise our own mana usage. As a mage, especially in the early days, you're not going to be worried about DPSing every single pack. Really not worth stressing over that. Let the tanks pull.